Yo, Casey Guy 2 here, No Nonsense Know-How. Today, real quick, how to diagnose an inoperable horn on his 1999 Chevy 3500. This is going to be real fast paced. Give me a thumbs up if it helps out, and consider tossing me a subscribe. The most common cause that causes a horn not to work on these Chevy trucks is this horn pad gets dirt inside of here. You know, they have a gap around the whole thing, and so if you're hitting this and the horn isn't working, it's the most common cause. I'll show you in a minute how to remove this and clean that out though. But if you take it and you push real hard, or you rub and you kind of give it some twisting motion and the horn works, this is going to be your cause. So we'll jump right back to that after I show you some other preliminary checks. I've got my power probe here hooked up to the battery. Come over to the driver's side here and squeeze these two tabs on your fuse box cover. Squeeze that out down here. This one in the center, this is going to be your horn relay. And then this 20 amp right here where my finger is, that's going to be your horn fuse. So check that fuse first, make sure that's good. Then we can pop our relay out. Now if your fuse is good, you should have power on the two inward pins, right there and right there. And then this back corner pin right here, if you apply power to that, the horn should come on. So boom, that works good. If the horn does not come on when you apply power to this back pin, then you can reach your hand right down in here and pop off the connector on the horn. Looks like that. You squeeze this back to get it off, and you're gonna want to check the connection to the horn, see if you're getting power to this. If you are getting power right here, then you got a bad horn. So go ahead and replace that horn. Now I apologize if I ran through that too fast there. I just wanted to show you some preliminary checks and how the system works and such. So here's the point of the video, is to show you how to remove this horn pad and clean out down here. So put your key in, turn it one click, and rotate your wheel until it's sitting 90 degrees like that. Get yourself a screwdriver about this size. This is a 3/16 Craftsman. With it in this position, I'm going to try to get you a camera angle here, but essentially on the back side, right inside this hole right here, you stick the screwdriver in there, and if you just give it a little twist, stick the screwdriver in the back there and give it a twist while pulling up on this pad. Boom. You can see that popped out some. Then turn your key on or start the vehicle, rotate it to the other side. And you do the same thing. Take your screwdriver, stick it in the back, give it a little twist, a little pry action, and boom, pad pops right off. And one more quick look on how this comes off. I'm not even going to disconnect the airbag wire. I'm just going to keep that tucked out of the way. Got that nice and loose there. But essentially, this tab and this tab, they hook right on that little wire right there on both sides. So when you stick your screwdriver in the back like that, and you have the appropriate size and you give it a twist, you're just pulling that down like that. You're just giving it a little twist and it's pulling it down. So that's really all I need to show you on that. When you put it back on, you just snap it into place. The most common cause is these 4 copper contacts getting dirt and crud inside of them. Get yourself a piece of emery cloth like this and double it over and just kind of slip it in on the side here. Get it into place and then give that some back and forth action to clean both sides in there. And you do that to all 4 corners because you got, this plate moves in all 4 directions, and then you should have a horn that operates. Another common problem is going to be this piece right here. If you twist and pull this, it should pop out of there. It just has these 2 little tabs hold it in. Sorry, my camera's messing up here, but this tab and this tab, and this copper contact right here. I don't know why the camera keeps zooming. Clean this up too, with some emery cloth. And look inside there too and make sure that contact in there is clean. If you can clean that with something, that'd be great too. Maybe even just take your pocket screwdriver and score that up a little bit in there. But when you're putting this back on, you got to make sure that this tab and this tab line up with the grooves in there. You see that notch there and that notch there? So make sure when you push that in, if you line it up properly, it'll just snap into place like so. Now check your horn one more time. Operates good. Let's put this thing back together. Not a bad idea to come in here with some spray too and clean all this out of here. Get the dirt out, blow it out, clean it out, whatever you got to do. Once you get it all cleaned up and good, position your horn back on, give it one good hit, and it's on there nice and tight. All right, now, hopefully I didn't run through that too fast. Hopefully you got the point. You can rewind and fast forward, pause, whatever you got to do. Sometimes, I try to get these videos in and out, just get you in there, show you what you need to know to get the job done. This should carry over to most of your Express vans in the 90s and early 2000s, and also Chevy trucks. So again, a thumbs up, hugely appreciated. Check out the channel, and until next time, this is Casey Guy 2, No Nonsense Know How. You enjoy your day, and I hope your repair goes well. I'll see you.